the way in which fish feed is something that is related to the way other fish feed. Certain organisms will feed in certain ways and others in other ways. How can then the predator population suddenly increase? Now, very quickly, the usual suspects are turned to, and I'm wondering whether the fishermen who are sometimes claimed to be the problem are not actually the victims here. There are, in any way, many factors that play into this. For example, the use of seaways and the number of offshore installations is also something that needs to be seen in this context. So, in the first part of this seminar, we're going to look together with our experts at a number of issues, such as what is the relationship between predators and prey in the food chain. What sort of interactions are there between organisms that are of importance? What influence does the availability of food have on the structure of these networks of feeding chains? And what environmental parameters and economic interests, which of those need to be taken into account as well? In the second part of this event, we're going to look to try and thrash out some solutions, some possible ways forward. We need to look at long-term viable approaches. Also, it's important to look to a super-regional level and a Europe-wide level, because what's the point of us having a plan to regulate the cormorant in German waters if this is quite happy to go over the border to Poland and eat all the fish there and thereby proliferate? After this seminar, I'd like to invite you all to a reception outside this room where we can maybe go into a little more depth in the knowledge that we've gained. And first of all, I'd like to give the floor to Mrs. Damanaki, who is the Commissioner responsible for Fisheries and Maritime Affairs, who was very kind enough to accept our invitation to come here and speak. She's going to give us the perspective of the Commission. You have the floor.